So, Danny Quinn.
Some of you might know me, I drink at the Grizz occasionally. I can't not, it's just one of those things. Jeff was very kind to invite me to last year's Sea Music Festival. It was a real treat to be there for so many reasons. And I felt like I had to write something for the occasion. And a friend of mine in Wilmington, Delaware had given me this amount of information about her grandfather. His name was Harry Cole. And he was a shoe salesman. Now, how does that connect to sea music? Aha, wait. Yeah, he had purchased a ticket for a steamship called the Portland. Anybody? So anyway, he got this ticket for the Portland. They were in Boston at the time. And he kind of looked up at the weather. He already put his stuff on board. He thought, well, this is kind of nasty. It doesn't look good. I think I'll just stay. And he had some friends, and he wound up playing poker the whole night instead. Now, when I first moved to Connecticut, I thought it was my duty to pay reparations to our Native American brothers and sisters up in Mohegan. And I did my utmost. I really feel like I did my share, and I think they're happy with me. But I took a lot of stick for it for good reason, of course. And here's a man who gambles and saves his life, because the Portland leaves the dock and winds up going under in this big storm. 200 people died on the ship. And then 450 otherwise. So this is the song I wrote about Harry and for the festival. If you get the urge to sing along with it, good luck, because I'm not sure I know the whole thing now. There were clouds covering Boston. Harry Cole still had some time to choose to get back on board or weather the storm. Forget the sins he might lose. The stateroom key in his pocket, and the sample stowed safely inside. She could throw down the dice and get back on deck. Was it right to be taking that ride? It's not the hand that you dealt, it's the deck that they use. Let the cards fall where they may. Every moment we're taking our chances. Portland is leaving today. The SS Portland was ready. Their skipper was outward bound. He was sure his heart he'd get out of the storm and arrive safe in Portland town. Harry Cole was a little more leery of the storm that is leaving today. Portland is leaving today. I had no idea what to sing tonight, but I hope you like that one. And this one is another original song. I have a very dear friend named David Eadon, I-E-A-D-O-N, who used to write for National Geographic, and he's since gone on to write his own books. And he's published by HarperCollins, and they let him do a series of books called Seasons In or Seasons On. And he did one called Seasons in Basilicata, which is in Italy. It's a beautiful book. And he wrote one about the island of Harris on the Scottish coast, the Seasons of Harris. And he decided to write one about a place in Ireland, in County Cork, called the Barra Peninsula. And to best describe David, you did meet him. Yeah, he's sort of like the ghost of the Christmas present. I know his spirit fills the room. He's kind of under the weather right now. When he walks into a room, there's no denying David Eadon has walked into the room. Whether you hear him or see him, it's just, he's kind of energy about it, and I love him a whole lot. And so he's writing this book in County Cork, and he says, why don't you come over and see if you can write a song, and we'll see what happens. So I went over, and it's a very mystic part of Ireland. There's still some pagan beliefs, which is kind of cool. And in fact, there's a rock up on the mountain they call the Hag of Barra, which is apparently a pagan goddess. When the Christians came to Ireland, she got so bored or annoyed with it, she turned herself into a stone, sort of all having all of that. And so the people in the area still go up on the mountain, and they pay homage to her, and they ask her for special things, and leave bits of money and notes and jewelry and all kinds of stuff. And they're supposed to leave DNA. I'm not sure how they do that. I really don't know. It's kind of weird to think about that one right there. But it's a very mystic place, and very stark and beautiful. And so they wrote this while I'm getting this song. Living on the East Coast my whole life, I'm from New York originally, living in Connecticut now for the last 7 or 8 years. You're not used to not hearing human sounds. What I mean by that is airplanes, or they talk about the quiet suburbs. Well, leaf blowers don't make the quiet suburb. So, but in that part of Ireland, there are times you can sit for 20 minutes or a half hour and only hear a cow or the wind. So it was very unusual, very nice for me to just have that. And in fact, David, without him talking too much, I realized I can't stop it. David walked down one morning with his mug of coffee. We abutted it, wherever we were staying, we abutted the farm, and he walked out, there was a cow in the field, and he went, moo! As humans occasionally do, right? And that cow came running across the field. We don't know what he said and how he's, but anytime he came out of the house from then on, she ran to the fence and, we said, oh, we want you letters, or we don't know what he said. But anyway, so despite the silliness, this is the song that came out of that. It's actually in a book called Seasons Seasons on the Barra Peninsula, or At the Edge of Ireland, published the only song in the book is kind of cool. Fishing boats about gliding back into Castletown. Folks down at McCarthy's have just bought another round. The old ways are changing, some things remain the same. It's a place of ancient wonder, touched by sun and wind and rain. And you can hear the cattle lowing, you can feel the breezes blowing, and the wild ocean crashes on the rocky beach below, where the green and lovely bow reaches out to the lawn. It's a place you may have never been, and it always feels like home. She knew all ancient languages, of wind, of bird, of tree. When the strangers came from different plots, they tried to change her own. And then her Celtic heart and soul found refuge in a stone. And you can hear the cattle lowing, you can feel the breezes blow, and the wild ocean crashes on the rocky beach below. out into the foam. It's a place you've never been, it always feels like home. The desperate days of famine and hunger ruled the land. Life hung in the balance, starvation was a habit. Some are clear emigrating, some died along the way. We stand upon that hungry hill, feel the pain today. And you can hear the cattle lowing and feel the breezes blow. The wild ocean crashes on the rocky beach below, where the green and lovely river reaches out into the foam. It's a place you've never been, it always feels like home. Sweet Michigan, the columns, so craggy and so high. The magpie and the seagull share that ever-changing sky. Ring forts and stone circles and still be plainly seen. It's a terrible beauty, so wild and lush and green. And you can hear the cattle lowing, you can feel the breezes blow, and the wild ocean crashes on the rocky beach below, where the green and lovely river reaches out into the foam. It's a place you may have never been, but it always feels like home. I think you enjoy introducing Jerry Robertson, the pacemakers. Jerry is over here.